Notice this piece.
Yeah?
Now, notice this.
Yeah, looks the same.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Chief. With all due respect, this piece has been treated. Look closer.
I see what you mean. It also feels different.
Exactly.
So what does that mean?
Well, it means that we have a very peculiar case of arson here. Someone wanted this place to burn all right, only they didn't want the fire to get out of control.
That is very peculiar. Oh, morning, Robert. Commissioner Scorpio, this is Bud Snyder, our arson expert.
Pleasure, Mr. Snyder.
Bud's fine, Commissioner.
Hey, Bud. What's going on?
Well, Commissioner, I was just telling Chief Lewis, we have here a very interesting case of arson.
A case of arson. How so?
Follow me, Commissioner. Now, you notice this?
Soot.
Precisely, but what kind of soot?
You tell me.
Incendiary soot. No question. The source of the fire was here. Incendiary devices of some sort probably dropped down the chimney. So, as I said, this was the main source with backups laid in on the staircase and other room vents.
You sure of this?
Stake my reputation on it. The fire burst out of here. The attractive ladies who live in the brownstone confirm this. And along with a lot of smoke from old-fashioned smoke bombs, followed along these paths. But notice how distinct the path is.
Are you saying this was a controlled fire?
Exactly. See, the sides of the fire path were treated with a repellent, much like the chemical used to fireproof theatrical scenery. And, for that matter, anything else you might want to protect.
What about this beam here?
Well, now, it was intended to burn, but as you can see, repellent was used all around it.
So this fire never posed much of a threat at all, right?
Oh, yes, indeed it did. Now, it was set to frighten the occupants, but it could have burned out of control. Fortunately, it didn't.
Fortunately. Well, thank you, Bud.
Now, I must tell you, whoever did this is very good. Very, very good.
No doubt.
Well, if you both will excuse me, I have a supermarket fire waiting for me.
Of course.
My official report will be on your desk in the morning.
Thank you.
Takes all kinds, huh?
I guess so.
May I help you, young man?
Well, I certainly hope so. I called you earlier, and you said you work on music boxes?
I have repaired more music boxes in my day, and from all over the world, than I can remember. It has given me a very good living.
Well, good. How about this one?
Let's see.
Soft, comfortable bed pillows in all sizes at Marshall's.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I don't think anything yet. Do you know, this is a very special box.
Well, I know it's very special to a friend of mine.
Yes, it is custom made.
Really?
Oh, yes, really. Extraordinary.
You wouldn't be able to tell me where it was made, would you?
Huh? From the grain of the wood and the way it is set. Yes, I am sure. This could be made in only one place.
Where's that?
Canada.
Canada. Are you sure?
Canada.
Well, will you fix it for me?
Of course.
And how long will it take?
And you cannot rush things like this. It is very delicate. I have to remove the mechanism, cog by cog, until I make my discovery of what is wrong.
Right.
Then I make my repair by hand fashioning a replacement part. Then I put it back piece by piece, and if I am correct in my work, I'll hear music.
Oh, that sounds complicated.
Well, it is, young man, but it is worth it when I hear the waltz. Is it a waltz? I love waltzes.
Not exactly a waltz. It's a song that was written for a friend of mine.
Oh, perhaps it is an original. I would be curious to hear it.
I'd like to hear it again myself. When can I pick it up?
Call me tomorrow. My number is on the ticket.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Have a good day, young man.
All right.
And stop rushing. Everything will still be there waiting for you.
All right, thank you.
Now, the arson expert has already explained to me his theories on how this fire started, but I'd kind of like your impression, so why don't you just go from the beginning and think your way through it.
Well, we were sitting over there at that table talking, and then all of a sudden this big puff of black smoke came out.
From the fireplace.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, also in the vents and in the foyer, too.
And then about 30 seconds later, these flames just shot out of the fireplace.
I see.
It was almost like the smoke was giving us this strange warning to leave.
Interesting way to put it. Go on.
Well, then we tried to fight the fire. I mean, we were like really trying to hit it and get it out, but it spread so fast. It was strange, though, because it spread in these, like, thin lines across the floor.
And then?
Well, and then we ran the hell out of here.
And then Colton came back in to get Felicia, and, well, I guess you know what happened after that.
Yeah. There is something else that I think you should know.
What?
Well, our expert's convinced that this fire was deliberate. And you're right, it did follow a pre-set path here. I'd like to know if you have any suspicions about somebody staying here that this sort of thing may have been intended for.
No?
Terry?
No. No, I don't know of anybody. Everybody's real nice that lives here, and I know.
That's right.
Well, thank you anyway. I'll be in touch later.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thanks, Robert.
Bobby, he made it sound like this fire was intentional.
Does that surprise you?
I guess. I bet I know who is on your mind right now.